Okay, so by all means, continue. There's no reason to not continue a conversation.
Yeah, Rook just wants to go through the mountains to spare the chance of having more horses die on us.
Also, you can clearly hear the sounds of bags being opened.
Yeah, I hear that bag. What are we eating?
Have the munchies, okay?
Okay.
So,
I'm struggling
did you
with it.
say that I'd have to spend a day or something to learn the ability?
Yes, you can spend a day to learn one of the class abilities that you should have at level 6.
Yeah, I just got one.
Okay. Can you tell me what you took?
No, it's a class ability. I don't take it. I get it.
Okay.
It's,
You spend a day to learn it, essentially. So, what ability was it exactly?
I think it was a second ago.
Then again, you could also do a training montage to get your ability improvements as well.
Oh, what?
Well, actually, you were level 4 already, so you already had your ability improvement.
I was at level 4, yeah, but I didn't have. It's called Ben Ruff, level 6.
Alright. When you get to Moonset, you might be able to find some scrolls, as Gideon indicated. The likelihood of finding other casters is just randomly there. It's a little more questionable though. Alright. So, as Rook looks over the side and everyone else in the party may be doing the same, Rook, what you see is a rather large black shadow envelop the underneath the deck of underneath of the ship. As you look around, it seems to be rather large, and it seems to very quickly encompass the entire bottom of the ship.
Is there a warning bell on the ship? I assume so.
There likely is. So you can run up to it. I'm going to say it's near the stern, which is the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna ring that and start warning whatever crew is around about the shadow underneath.
Causing a panic wherever you go.
Rook the Doom Magnet.
Yeah, I feel him.
Alright. So one guy slowly walks up to you and grabs hold of the bell to keep it quiet. Says, "Shh. Just keep it down. It'll pass soon enough. You don't need to get people stirred up."
Well, let go of the bell. I'm just gonna take another swig.
And he gives you like this weird look, like, really, dude? You just ran up, rung the bell, and now you're walking off drinking.
Yep.
Alright. Around the like a few seconds as you walk away, you see him like dumping chum over the side.
Oops, sorry.
No problem. You randomly shoot webs at the wall. You find that they are sticky. I'm going to assume you do that every morning.
Well,
Whoa.
Hey, now that's just not cool. Okay. That's just not cool.
Alright, so as we begin the next day, Rook, what are you doing with the rings?
I was just gonna keep them, like, in my bag. I was gonna sell them later.
Alright. You take a better look at the small one, and as you take a look at it, you notice that it's slowly starting to fall apart.
Okay.
The big one seems fine. The small one is starting to show some signs of wear.
I guess that could make sense to Rook. It's just feeds off the big one.
Alright. So we'll begin our actions. Telling, what are you doing?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay,
probably
you
just
sleep
helping the
all day.
crew.
Okay, you help the crew. Oh, really? Roll me a d10.
What did I fuck up?
Roll a 6. I want to see what might happen to you. No, you're fine. I wanted a 6 though. You're fine.
Was he gonna fall off?
He was gonna fall off,
Okay.
but he
Man,
succeeded, just barely. So, Chalian, as you're assisting on the ship, you manage to smack one of the crew members in the back of the head. He plummets about a good 20 feet before he lands on like a bit of netting and just like just hangs there. Everyone is staring at you. And anything, Talion, or are you just gonna pretend it didn't happen?
I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen.
Roll me a deception check. And then, some actual whistling will reduce the DC by 1.
I don't think Talion's a good liar. That's fine.
Apparently you pass it off. I'm gonna say you just hide in a crow's nest till no one's looking. You managed to accidentally bump him in the back of the head. He plummets 20 feet. Could have died and, barely survives because his foot gets caught on some netting. Alright. Moving
Not
along.
my problem.
Dink, since spells didn't really work out, do you have any actions you'd like to take?
Basically, he's just gonna sit down, study his spell book, and every once in a while, you notice that right in front of him appears another spell book. Then it disappears, and then he just goes back to studying some more. It's that minor conjuration. I'm practicing it. Just in case I ever lose my spell book, I want to be able to recreate it.
Alright, so you're attempting to memorize your spells. So,
Yes.
So, realistically what's going to happen is, the spells that you have prepared that day can definitely be copied into a new book that you create with minor conjuration. Realistically, the minor conjurations will, of course, disappear after an hour, but it's like a temporary stopgap measure, you know?
What he's trying to do right now is to memorize his spell book so well that if he ever loses it, he can just, do a minor conjuration to recreate it to where he can start copying down his spells again.
I will let you at least attempt it, but it's going to require a very high roll. It's going to require a very high roll when you attempt to make it. But for now, it's not going to matter as much, because obviously when you prepare a spell, you are essentially memorizing it.
Really, I should be talking. I should be talking to Lila.
Lila.
I should be talking to Lila about seeing if she's got any spells to learn.
She's a warlock.
She's a warlock, and since she's not a pack of the tome, she doesn't have a spellbook.
Well, can she create a scroll?
You ask her about it, I guess. Is that going to be your day action?
Yeah, sure.
Right. You head down there and ask her about, if she can make a scroll or not. She says that, technically I can. That is something that I practiced. Why? What are you attempting to get? I don't exactly. What?
Demon sight. Demon sight.
Is that actually even a spell?
It's an invocation.
Yeah, which isn't a spell, so there's no way she can write it down on paper.
Damn. Okay, well, never mind then. Hey, thanks for you being you.
She nods. She seems to be a little off-put by this, but okay.
Okay.
She apparently goes back to having a conversation with no one in the room.
Oh, she's talking to Bob, isn't she?
Very likely.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't bother to tell Draco about Bob, did you?
Nope.
Probably a good thing. The last thing you want is a sorcerer getting involved with Bob.
That just makes them more curious. That's it, though. So, that was unfortunately your day action.
You'll never know.
Well, of course he can. He just needs to watch his stream or any of those VODs. Moving along the line. Rook. Actions.
I don't think Rook has any today.
Alright then.
He's an animal hater.
Sure. Rook, you spend the day eating some freshly cooked horse.
Horse and enjoying the view. As we approach Moonset, I guess.
Eventually, you catch sight of this thing that was passing underneath you. About 100 clicks away from the boat. As it breaches the surface of the water. At first glance, you think it's a all white dragon reaching up from underneath the water. But eventually, its neck begins to stretch so far up into the air, you're pretty sure this is not a dragon.
I'll just go watch curiously at it.
Did someone say dragon?
Its body is somewhere underneath the water, but can't see it. It's just black down there. Eventually, he turns and almost looks at you. Do you take any actions?
What do I do?
He turns to stare at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Do you do anything?
No, just keep watching.
Alright. Eventually, he dives back into the water. And that's it. Moving down the line, Draco, what are you doing?
Well, I glance over at Raja Metzum with his spell books. Because I don't have a spell book, that's probably why he couldn't learn anything off me. Mine's always in my mind. I memorised them. Not fixed in my mind. I don't use spell books.
Trust me,
So-
books are better.
Don't need them.
Books are better. Minds can be tampered with. Books can't be.
Fight.
Says the
Fine.
person who's attempting to make a backup book.
Exactly.
Hey, well, you know what? Hey, you sit there and prepare for the absolute worst. When it happens, you're not bothered by it. You're pleasantly surprised that you're prepared for it.
I'm always prepared.
It's a lot easier to tamper with ink than it is with someone's thoughts.
Not magic ink.
It is magic ink.
What happened is burn your book and you've been hacked.
What
You
is
don't-
this? Is this little halfling making fun of me?
Me making fun?
Yeah, you.
I'm just stating a fact. Wizards are old hat. They're not worth the. They're not very good. You should have gone for a warlock or sorcerer.
Yeah.
We can cast faster and more often, and we don't need.
Yep, and that's what your last girlfriend said too.
Oh.
My ex-wife is living the life.
I just realized you're both halfling noblemen.
No, I'm deep. I'm.
Oh,
Deep
Right.
gnome.
he's a deep gnome nobleman, and he's a halfling nobleman.
Actually, I'm a sage, not a nobleman.
Oh, I thought you were noble. Okay,
No.
sage.
I'm of royal blood.
Yeah, well,
The
so
high hills.
yeah, so is my boot.
Basically, that's what.
See, it's got royal blood right there on the toe.
As he kicks you.
Alright. As you guys continue your little argument, Lila eventually shows up and wonders what's going on. I heard some, I wouldn't say shouting, but some rather
voices.
lengthy voice, like soft voices screaming at one another.
She's talking to you too.
I know she's talking to me. I'm not talking back. I'm giving everybody the cold shoulder right now. I'm angry.
I don't argue. I state a fact.
Yeah.
She looks around at the room and sees the odd amount of tension, and she apparently goes back. And then, through the silence, you guys eventually hear her continuing to talk to Bob.
Oh,
Who's she talking to? There's no one there.
Neither of your characters know.
nope.
Well,
Nobody.
oh,
We don't know about Bob.
no, well, I don't know about Bob. I'm just saying who's she talking.
She's talking to Bob.
Probably your dead brother.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
dark.
No. We got him out of limbo. He's
You
moved.
don't know that.
Yeah, we do. I was there.
No, you weren't.
I
Raja
wasn't.
wasn't there.
Gideon
I-
was there, but
Gideon-
Raja wasn't.
Right. But this is out of context. This is out of character. So
Yes.
yes, he
I
did.
was asking in character. I've no idea what you're
Stay in
talking about.
character. Both of you don't know.
That's what I said. Don't know who you're talking to. What's he coming in here and telling me not to stop arguing? I don't argue.
As the night goes along, you guys eventually hear the warning bell go off and the cry of one of the men saying, "We are making sure. Brace
Thank
yourself."
God.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
They didn't yell "land ho." I always wanted to hear "land ho."
So eventually, about a minute or so later, the ship bumps against the side of the dock. Big crash. A few people complain. At the end of the day, these guys are also pirates, so everyone immediately shuts up afterwards.
Boy, either that boat's really fast or the guy sitting there looking for land isn't very good with his eyesight.
Apparently not. They also roll poorly. And you have made yourself ashore. As you take a quick look around, it looks like they actually managed to hit some rocks. Apparently, they didn't really beach themselves, but they managed to hit a few rocks that were essentially they're on the wrong side of the dock.
Did it damage the ship at all?
Not to a significant amount that would cause them to not be able to sail. It's just great. Now we have to replace that like 1 or 2 floorboards.
Okay, so can I help them out with mend, or would that do any good whatsoever?
That would pretty much fix the issue.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and help them out because these guys got me out of forget. So that's I owe.
Yeah. They also didn't charge you for it either. Really,
Exactly.
they didn't expect you to have money considering your entire town burned down.
Yeah. Of course, what they don't know. He.
So yeah, you head down there and you fix it up, and they thank you. After that, they say that to you and to everyone else that they're going to be here for about 2, maybe 3 days. If they want to come along, they're of course heading to the same place as you guys, and but after that they're heading much further north, and realistically they suggest everyone be off the ship before they start getting into the more Arctic areas.
Oh, Arctic doesn't sound good.
That is where they're headed.
Okay.
Which means the Italian wants to stick on the boat. He can swing by the dragon because that's where they have to pass.
Heavy breathing.
Yeah, Italians considering it.
Italian would die. Alone, anyway.
You underestimate my power.
I have the high ground.
You can't get the high ground against a flying creature, really.
I could get on his back. I would be on a high ground.
And he can fly upside down, so then he gets the high ground back.
Damn it.
Okay. So, what time is it?
It is pretty late in the afternoon. The sun will set. It looks like within the next hour or so, actually. So you have some time to grab a room at the inn, or perhaps stay on the boat. They did say they'll be here for a while, so not everyone's immediately leaving, but you do see people, luckily those who actually have some money with them, heading to inns and out purchasing foods and rations because there's barely left any on the boat. After 2 weeks of eating, food begins to get a little thin,
So shops are still open?
And shops will be open for 1 hour, and then after that, everything's shut down.
I'm leaving the boat.
Alright, well, I'll
Go buy some more.
I'll help the crew like unload and reload and stuff. Just help the crew members on
Alright,
all the heavy lifting.
okay. I guess we could run through our set of actions if we want to do that, guys. Sound good?
Sure. Is this for tonight or for tomorrow?
This is for tonight, and then I guess we do have to make a decision. Are you guys staying on the boat, or are you guys trying to get an inn?
I'm leaving the boat and finding an inn.
Alright, you do have enough money on your own, you can stay at an inn. An inn will be 2 silver if you want a meal, 1 silver if you want to stay there for the night.
2 silver it is.
I'm gonna stay on the boat.
Alright. So, I guess we'll begin from left to right, and we'll go from there. Talion, you have finally made it way ashore. This is the only land you've seen in essentially a month, other than the island that set on fire. That's quite a very pleasant sight. What do you want to do? Also, you, because you're a ranger, are hard pressed to not notice that there's a strip joint, further to the south side of town.
A what?
The strip joint.
What is
Ooh,
that?
brothel.
Crossroads or something?
Wonder if they got gnome girls.
That's a brothel.
A strip club?
A strip club, yes.
Okay. I wanted to go to a shop to buy some arrows.
Alright, you head to the shop to buy some arrows. You arrive and roll me 10 D1000s.
10,000?
Yes. Along with normal sets of arrows, you also find a set of... Okay. So, dumping the rolls that don't matter. 343. You find a set of green arrows, which they tell you deal lightning damage. That's an additional D8 lightning damage. They tell you that it's going to be 1 gold apiece. They have a set of 20 if you'd like to purchase them. 677
I want to purchase that.
are
So, you know.
silver arrows, which admittedly don't cost too much more than your typical set of arrows. They tell you about 5 gold for the set of 20.
25 gold for 20?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are just silvered weapons, right?
Those are just silver tipped.
What more do you have?
And last but not least, their last set, they tell you that these are arrows that are rather expensive, but something that are more useful if you have a caster along with you. But these are retainer arrows, and they tell you that a spellcaster can expend 1 spell slot to imbue the object with a spell. When you hit an opponent with this arrow, the arrow itself deals no actual damage, but activates the spell as if it was casted on the target.
That looks cool.
So, one day before, a caster could, prepare the spell, and the next day you can shoot someone with it.
How much
the arrow
money
is
for
consumed, through the process of activating.
how much money for the one of each set?
They tell you that the retainer arrows are rather expensive, but they're willing to part with a set of 10 of them for 100 gold pieces.
More? The green arrows?
That's 1 gold per each. A set of 20. So, if you buy 20, you're paying 20 gold. That's all that's pretty much their
The other
entire
one?
stock.
What's the name?
The silver one, there's only
Silver.
5 gold, and they give you 20 silver arrows.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy 1 set of each,
There you go.
and
That's pretty much all they really have, other than normal arrows, which you can buy in abundance.
yeah, and I want normal arrows. I want also a set of 20 normal arrows.
They pull out a set of 20 normal arrows.
How much is it?
Normal arrows are 1 gold for 20 of them.
Alright. 126 gold, I believe.
Yes.
I'm going to pay the man.
He gladly accepts the money that you're giving him.
Can I see just before I go, can I roll an insight check on him to see if he's not trying to swindle me?
Go for it. Also, it's surprising that you pay first and then roll inside.
It's like, wait, did I get befuddled?
Alright. So here is his roll against you. Not that he's lying, but here it is. You can't tell if he is lying. He lies a lot better than you could tell.
He's very happy about the purchase.
So there you go.
Alright.
With any luck, you didn't even bother to test a single one, or even speak to the man.
I want to like look at them.
Well, you're definitely sure the silver arrows are at least made of silver, if nothing else.
And the green ones.
How do you test it?
How do they look?
Shoot
Well,
the shopkeeper.
They look like a normal arrow with green fetching.
Not worth killing people here.
Oh my god, note.
Do you shoot something with it? Do you
Yeah, shoot
stab
the
yourself? Do you stab
I'm not
Rook?
gonna waste these arrows here. Even if they're worth it, they're still arrows.
You just paid a gold for that arrow. Don't waste it.
Next time you want to buy something magical, take a magic user along with you.
I think he disconnected.
Again?
He might have. His Skype is pretty bad. Yep.
Okay, well, let's move along, and then if he's not back in time, we'll end the call and restart. How about that? So, Raja, what are you doing?
Raja's not going to do anything tonight. Basically, he's just going to check around. Basically, what he's looking for is a place that sells exotic mounts, something that would fit his size. He's a small creature.
Alright. It doesn't take you too long to follow the scent of animal. And eventually you find yourself looking at a less than interesting pack of your typical, like, horses, donkeys, and whatnot. As you really look around the camp, nothing really seems to be exotic in any way.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I'll keep looking tomorrow then.
You can always try again.
I can what?
You can always try, again another day.
Right.
Alright, I'll attempt to recall him now.
I'm back again.
There we go.
Yay.
Does he have any bow or a melee weapon on the shop? Or just...
You're essentially at, I guess you literally are at a shop that sells mostly bows and arrows. So if you're looking for a bow, he might have something. But if you're looking for a melee weapon, he's going to tell you to look somewhere else.
Do we have any enchanted quiver though?
Do you want an enchanted quiver?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have this enchanted belt buckle.
What does it do?
It holds your pants up. But magically.
I look at him like with the I'm not thinking it's funny the way you're saying that kind of look, if that's a look. Like just with the eyes, just giving him the mean eye.
Okay.
Yeah, Ruck may want to go look at bows too. Yeah, yeah.
So, basically what he says is that he's not lying. This actually is a magical belt buckle, but of course not many people like belt buckles. Just don't, magically. They keep them from falling off. He does mention that what he meant is that if you were to attach this to your quiver and strap it to your body, your quiver won't fall off.
We have 2 quivers. Now
Well, he tells you I have one.
I'll
If
bet.
you're interested, it's up to you. Alright then. But no, I have no such magical quivers. You might want to try the elves. They're due north of here. I suggest you go by boat. Not many people make it through the pass.
Which pass, the mountains?
Yes. There's a clear path to cut through the mountains, but no one's ever made it out alive. Not within the last year or so, anyway. Most people... Well, a year ago, the old man Jenkins managed to make it through, but then again, he's an insane old man.
Where could I find that man?
He lives the furthest point north of you should be able to find him along the beach. He lives in a shack along the beach there.
Alright, thank you for the arrows. Pleasure doing business.
Alright, you see him closing up shop, unless Rook magically shows up.
No, Rook doesn't care about bows. Rook is helping the crew.
Alright. So, Rook, while you are helping the crew, eventually they finish up for the day and they say that, come on, man, why don't a lot of us head down to the Singing Hen and get us a drink? Our treat.
Be happy to.
Alright. They drag you to the strip joint.
Sweet.
They pay for everything.
Sweet.
You roll me Well, did you ever roll for your attractiveness?
My attractiveness? No.
Yeah, just your attractiveness. You never did? Would you like to?
I'm a half orc. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be like a high.
You could be a good-looking half.
It
I
is
could.
a D10 plus your charisma modifier.
1d10 and charisma.
I don't want to try it. I'll probably roll 1.
Ugliest
luck.
little. Oh, +1. So d10.
Oh,
So 8.
you're pretty solid, man. Pretty solid indeed.
Sweet.
Raj. Oh man.
What can I do? Okay.
You
This
did
is why I
know.
don't See what I said? I shouldn't try it?
What's your Roger? What's your charisma modifier?
Just 0.
Oh, it's 0. Okay.
Zero. One or whatever.
Oh.
So is that literally? I'm literally on an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yes, you were on scale 1 to 10.
I'd probably
Okay.
bang.
And the idea of your charisma modifier being added is that you probably have some level of personal hygiene that makes you just a little more attractive than you would be without it. Raja doesn't, apparently.
Hey, don't disparage my personal hygiene. It's not
Well,
my
I
fault
don't
that
wanna-
it's not my fault that I've got gray skin that looks like stone.
Hmm.
I was born that way.
So, Rook, you're pretty decent. You know, you walk in, women don't stir away from you. I mean, they might do because you're your half orc, but after they realize that you're not there to kill them, they tend to like your company.
Rook's gonna just have a good time.
While you're there, you catch the eye of apparently 2 women who hang out with you for quite a while. They don't seem to be all as interested in you paying them for anything in particular, but they chat with you for a little while. If you like to change that, that is really up to you. That requires you to take the initiative. Otherwise, you're just letting events happen.
Just letting events happen. Just talking to them, just having good conversations.
Yeah, they talk about like sea stories that pirates have told them. They continue pouring you drinks. These drinks are, of course, being paid for by the pirates, so you don't matter. You don't mind the.
Yeah, Rook's having a good time.
So for
But,
you're more in like the hostess area where you're getting served food and drinks. The pirates are more interested in the strip area over there.
Okay. I'll message you.
Right. So moving along, Draco, what are you doing?
So the shops shops are open.
Shops are open, but of course, if you're looking for like a library or something,
I want to look. I want to find somewhere that sells scrolls.
you do manage to find yourself across along the deck. I mean, along the dock as you make your way across. You do find yourself standing in front of a rather small little alleyway, which seems to lead somewhere. It's a weird purple light coming from the end of it.
Yeah, I know. I have places.
You go in?
Yeah, I go in.
Right. After you walking for admittedly 5 minutes, you're wondering how long this alley goes for. When you finally look left and you see you're just standing in front of this magic shop now.
Okay. So I enter the magic shop.
Alright. You enter.
Yeah.
You find a rather old man standing at the counter with no objects or ornaments along the walls. It seems to be a very plain looking shop. The old man stands there looking at a book and he looks up at you. He says, "Welcome, and have a seat."
Yeah. I sit down. Oh, sorry. Sit down here. Could you help me? I'm looking for a couple of spells.
He says, I'm aware of what you're looking for.
I am looking for a lightning bolt spell and a dispel magic spell.
He, fingers through his book and eventually opens up to the letter L and looks up lightning bolt. I see. I do have it. I have a scroll here in the shop. Do you have the money? As he looks you up and down.
Let me know how much it is.
One moment then. He gets up and he walks into a bathroom. Immediately, the back room, when he opens the door, looks like nothing more than a closet. But from the shuffling and the amount of noise coming from back there, there's apparently more than just a closet.
It's a quality of holding.
No, actually, they exist. Let's take a look at that. Also, there's also a carriage of holding in my games, which is awesome. So it takes him more than just a few minutes. After like 10 minutes, what do you do? He hasn't come back yet.
I have a look at his book that he's looking at just to check if he's got Dispel Magic as well.
Right. You look up the letter D and you look through for Dispel Magic. It looks like he has one singular scroll of Dispel Magic. The price is marked down as 200 to 350.
You know, expensive.
Apparently it is. These are admittedly not just meant for learning. These are meant to be consumable items that are sold to like adventurers and whatnot. So, for a party of no casters, this scroll would just be like, I need to dispel magic immediately. I'm going to spend this scroll I paid for. And then when you need it again, you have to come back for more. So realistically, these spells will be a little expensive, but for you, it's worth the investment in the form of getting the spell you need.
I ain't got that much money. I've still got my money from level 1.
Actually, no. Guys, give him his money.
It wasn't. I think about it.
Yeah, we put that in the party loot, right?
Yeah,
Is it still in there?
Yeah, we
It-
put money
Five, I think.
up to the side from him.
3 to 5.
Yeah, because he has his share. Where the fuck is it?
300. Well, is that the unsorted party loot or the party inventory number 2?
I have no idea.
I'm going to
Look.
assume it's the
No,
unsorted
it's-
party loot.
Yeah, it's
Party
the unsorted
inventory
party
2
loot.
is where we've been putting the people we know.
Yeah, that 325. That's for him.
25.
Alright, so, yeah. Draco, they gave you apparently 325 gold before you left the boat.
Do we still have those 2 potions of healing, or does somebody use those? Should I take them off the list?
If
think
if
we
they were
used-
never taken off the list, no one ever drank them.
Yeah, they were what the dwarf had. That's why I wrote that in.
Yeah, and we've still got that scabbard that fits no blade. We should try and get rid of that. I mean, hell.
I don't know why you're keeping it anyway. It's like the scabbard was not magical, the blade was, and you lost the blade a while back. But hey, if you want to keep random junk, I'm not going to stop you.
All right, then. So I'm going to go ahead and edit off that gold since it's his. All right. Letter introduction from the Brewers Guild. Whose is that?
That's all the stuff I put from it because you said right. I think that the dwarf had in his backpack, so I just wrote it over.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was from his first character when you all died carrying crawlers.
As a matter of fact, did anybody bother to tell Draco what happened to his old character? They weren't dead, Draco.
No, they were turned into
Yeah, he was there for that.
safer.
Okay, good. It's just, yeah, we found our old characters and they weren't dead.
Yeah, but I didn't know him, so
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, he can
Oh,
stay.
that's right. You were there against the Gorgons. Yeah, that's right. I forgot you were there against the Gorgons. Okay.
So, Draco, you're not without money.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Alright. almost as if the moment you the moment you find the spell that you were looking for, the spell magic, the old man begins to open the door. Do you try to hide the fact that you were looking through the book, or you just
Nope.
sit there?
Oh, I just sit there looking at the book.
He walks back in. He seems a little upset that you're looking at his book, but doesn't seem to say anything. Just visibly upset, though.
Look your nose at him. Say, will you took your time?
He turns the book back around and flips back to Lightning Bolt, which is what you want, right?
Yeah.
I mean, call Lightning, right?
No, lightning bolts.
Lightning Bolt? Okay. So he brings back Lightning Bolt. What level spell is that?
It's a level 3.
Level 3. He tells you the typical price would be around 300, but I don't have too many of these. I'm willing to part for about 400.
You just said 300. Now you've gone up to 400.
He says the typical price is 300, but he doesn't have too many remaining. So he would like to sell it for 400.
Well, you can keep the scroll once I'm ready.
The scroll is consumed when you learn the spell.
Can I do a haggle? What is it?
Yes, you can. That's a persuasion.
Sweet.
Or you can lie to him instead. That'd be deception.
Oh.
I don't know how you're going to lie to him exactly.
No, I'm not gonna lie to him. I could do, but maybe.
So before you make your roll, state your case and then make your roll afterwards.
Okay, I'll say, well, what's the chances of anyone actually coming in and buying it today? And here, I'm here, I can give you some money, not as much as you're asking, but I can give you something. Whereas, if you don't sell it to me, then you're going to lose out on some money.
He does ask, how much can you afford?
I'll give you $250 for it.
Alright, make your persuasion check. A 10 is not going to pass anything. He says that the 250 will just barely cover the cost. It's not reasonable for me to sell it for that price.
Okay, well, I won't go more than
if you can come back.
320.
Let's 320. Well, let's see.
That's the highest I'll go.
He goes back to his book and looks through it again. He says the minimum price I could go, with all the things in mind, would be 330. If you can do that, the swirl is yours.
Can I just try a 320 persuasion?
You want to roll persuasion again? You can if you want. On a 12, at least he will at least have to roll. But of course, he gets a 16. He retains his offer at 330.
Okay,
If you can afford it, he will give it to you.
I'll buy it 330.
All right. He says it was a pleasure doing business with you. He hands you the scroll, and then he holds his hand out for the money.
Okay, three.
330 gold pieces.
Yeah, but I give him like 3 pouches. With
Okay.
100 each, and 130 in one.
Okay. It takes a while for him to count through the money, and until he finishes counting the money, you somehow can't reach the door. You keep walking, yet the door seems to be further and further away. And when he's finally done, he tells you, "Be careful. The first step's a doozy." And then you wake up, sitting on the dock. You also have a scroll of lightning bolt now.
Because it's a level I can learn, I'll just be putting.
For
And
you,
that
it
takes
takes,
just-
I believe, 50 gold for the cost of some, magic ink to write it into your book.
No, I don't use a book.
Oh, you don't use a book, right? So it just takes you, like, the night, the long rest for you to learn the spell.
Yeah.
There you go. And that is it. That's what you guys do for a night. If you're staying at inns, charge yourself 1 gold, 1 silver, 2 silver if you're gonna eat breakfast. And
Oh, yeah. We're eating. Well, I am.
2 silver for me.
I'll give him a gold piece for a good room.
He gives you a slightly better room. He does admit that there's quite a few patrons today, and he's glad to be putting you in a nicer room. So you find yourself in a pretty decent room. It has not the best view in the world, but the room's pretty nice, actually. So, that night, I want everyone to roll me a D1000.
Never a dull moment.
If there was, would you really keep playing?
True.
Not really.
Very true.
I was the critic. not criticism. I mean,
And last but not least, 658, which is... Okay. So, while all of you are sleeping essentially in different parts of the little town there, everyone will roll me a wisdom saving throw.
God damn it, Bob.
Oh my god.
Rook failed miserably.
Rock's gonna get a division. I'm fine. God damn it.
Alright. Draco fails. Everyone else is, Rook and Draco fail. Everyone else is fine. So, Rook, in the middle of the night, you have horrifying nightmares of apparently a large boar coming at you in the middle of the town, attacking you and hunting you down. Eventually, you are cornered, and at which point you literally stumble over Draco, who wakes up and looks around, seeing Rook having literally just fallen over on top of you. And both of you are cornered by this large, menacing-looking boar. Roll initiative. You two are apparently having this collective dream.
Yeah, I'll be saying, what are you doing in my room? Get the hell out.
We're in the middle of town. We got cornered. This is no one's room.
Oops, I've got with me.
That's a good initiative.
Try not to die, guys.
They'll die, don't worry. At the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's a
in
dream,
the
so it
dream.
doesn't matter if they die, right? Then again, there's a theory that if they die in a dream, they die in real
So is this
life.
like the point where like we know we're dreaming?
You're pretty sure you're dreaming, but at the end of the
Okay.
day, you're also being attacked. The question that comes along is, do you think that being attacked means you're going to die, or that you're going to be fine?
You're gonna
And
die.
just for the sake of a token, I'm going to roll initiative with this guy. I think he beat you, Rook.
We matched. We got 18s.
Alright. Well, what's your dex mod?
+2.
Alright. He also has a +2. Let's roll a d10 and highest number will go first.
2.
Okay, so he's likely to go first, but we'll see in a moment.
Yep.
Alright, he goes first. Alright. So, this large boar stares at you guys in the face. You see it have large, horrifying tusks, red glowing eyes, and it stands up on its 2 feet and stomps on both of you. And stop.
Is this full armor?
You technically have full armor on.
Well, 22 hits.
Okay. So both of you, actually, because he hits both of you, take 8 damage. And that's his turn.
So take 8 damage or the character.
Your character does in fact take 8 damage. So, proceeding along, Rook, what do you want to do?
Pull out sword. Start swinging.
You pull out your sword and you make your first swing. But 15, which actually missed, and a 19, which succeeds for 14 damage.
I like this song.
Alright, Rook, anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, Rook, your sword disappears.
Shit.
Draco, your turn.
I cast the spell. So I'm in melee with it, am I?
You are within melee range. Range attack spells would have disadvantage at this range.
Yeah, no, I'd have to use my melee spell. Which is me green flame blade. And basically make me quarterstaff. I cast it on the quarterstaff. If I hit with the quarterstaff, then it causes damage.
Alright.
See if there's another one I can use instead.
Well, unfortunately, there's no second target, but I believe you can still hit him with it.
Yeah, that's why, because there's no second target.
Well, unless you want to hit Rook.
Shouldn't be in my room. I know I'm not in my room, but yeah. Okay, I'll attack it. Rubbish with me weapon, but no. Using a two-handed.
Oh,
my God.
that is bad.
That's why I don't use weapons.
Draco, roll your D10. Roll your D10, man. When you critical fail, roll D10. On a 7, you will miss, but have no negative action. No negative, effects from that. And now it's its turn. Your attack missed and did not hit, and your quarterstaff does not disappear. As it attempts to bite you, Draco.
That was a cantrip, so I don't have to
An
roll
attempt
that.
you. Well, since you're trying to grapple you with its mouth. Does a 22 hit? I'm pretty sure it does.
Well, if I'm dreaming, can't I have like 100 AC now? Okay, yeah, hit.
You're in his mouth. From inside his mouth, you perceive a long, dark tunnel consisting of cobwebs and spiders and horrifying eyes staring at you in the darkness. Roll a wisdom saving throw, and then we'll proceed to the next person, which is Rook.
Why is it? Can't you do it like better than wisdom? It was.
On a wisdom saving throw, you take no negative effects by staring at these very creepy eyes down the mouth of this boar.
So is Draco like grappled in his mouth right now?
Yes, Draco is head first inside the mouth of the boar.
I want to try and pull him out.
Go for it.
Just a strength check.
Athletic check. It'll be opposed. Alright, man, that's not actually that good for you, but here we go. Okay, you pass. You managed to pull Draco back out of his mouth.
Sweet.
Alright, that was unfortunately your action, but I guess you don't have a sword with you anyway.
No, that's it.
Alright. Goes action surge and punch him a couple times.
I could. I'm going to next turn, probably.
Draco, your turn.
So I'm not grappled.
Probably. Oh no. Just because I just like yanked you out.
You're covered in cobwebs and spit, but you are not grappled.
Okay, I'm going to cast darkness. Basically. Because there's no attack roll, it can't have a disadvantage, can it?
Yes, it does. Way to go.
How does it have a disadvantage?
Okay. You cast darkness, and as darkness begins to fill the area, you still see the glowing eyes through the darkness. But at your best guess, it still envelops the area and makes it hard to see. Why are you rolling D20?
It was a higher. It's a 1 plus level. I got to cast roll in case I get a wild magic.
Good point. Okay. So, moving along, it's his turn. Perhaps he will swing at disadvantage, and perhaps he won't. As he attempts to swallow you whole yet again,
But can't see me.
he rolled a 1, so if he does have disadvantage, he definitely missed.
Yeah.
As he noms away at the air and seems to miss. Eventually, you guys begin to look around a little more, and you see the darkness moving about slightly. And it seems that the boar's eating the air, or the darkness.
So do we have disadvantage on hitting him as well?
You still have disadvantage, and he still has disadvantage, but he's attempting to eat something, which shouldn't physically be able to be eaten. So you're definitely sure it's a dream now.
Is there anywhere to run to?
As you take a look around, roll me a wisdom saving throw. On a 17, you can see the boat along the dock. For the most part, the dock area seems to be relatively the same as before. There's always the path that you could run along, which is leading outside of town, but you were told not to go there. There is a beach, and there's a few alleyways you could go down, but admittedly, that's probably not the best place to go with the boar chasing you.
I'm gonna grab Draco and start running towards the ship.
Alright. You grab Draco and head towards the ship. You will take one attack opportunity, but assuming
I won't because he's moving me.
okay. He's going to attempt to, grapple our orcish friend here. He will miss on the 15.
Yep.
And you make your way out. Draco, it's your turn. What do you do?
See as I'm getting dragged along, or away from it. I've got to cast another spell on it. Going to cast a firebolt on it. Okay, so.
Yes, a 9 is unfortunately going to miss many things.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why is it not done it? It's weird.
Alright. As you guys make your way to the boat and find yourself climbing the gangplank, it will succeed on jumping somehow, almost like it critically succeeded, jumping from its current location and landing on the boat.
Oh, did we make it to the boat?
You were attempting to get onto the boat
Yeah.
via the gangplank, which is what connects the boat to the dock, and then you literally see it jump and land on the boat.
So the darkness is still on it though, because it moves with it.
He's still trying to eat it, and you think that next round it will definitely be gone. But it had a rough idea of where we're going, and it's a dream, so he can break physics.
Okay.
And now we begin Rook's turn.
I'm gonna put Draco down and run up to the stupid pig and punch it.
Alright. You run up and punch the pig. Attempt to make your punch.
Definitely not proficient or anything, so it's just gonna be a flat d20. Nope. And oh wait, 2 attacks. 2 attacks?
Yes, 2 attacks.
Not much better.
Okay. So on an 8 and a 12, you're not really going to concede to hitting. That would be, of course, including your strength modifier. But,
it's +5.
So, yeah, with your strength modifier, your 12 will hit for a whole 1 damage plus 5, which is strength modifier, for a total of 6 damage to him. And then you look at your hand, and your hand begins to fade, but it doesn't actually disappear.
Oh, it just goes invisible.
It just, like, fades. You can still feel it. It's still there, but you can't see it. It's a little creepy.
Okay.
It's like phantom pain. Draco, go ahead.
Okay.
So,
Have I got that spell I was wearing through the night?
You technically remember the spell, so you do have it.
Well, in that case, I'll cast it.
Okay, you cast
Both.
Lightning Bolt. Go for it. Do you actually have it, like, prepared in your character sheet?
Yep. I'm just finishing. Just doing it now. Sure. Finish writing. It's save, I think. Save.
Okay. Well, when the spell does go off, and the lightning bolt strikes the creature, you see it fall apart into little bits of something, which topple into the water. I'm still waiting on damage, but and that will apply as we move along to the next event.
Okay.
So,
Nice. Touch it.
Holy
alright.
shit.
Well, let's see if it makes its deck save. It might pass. We'll see in a sec.
It's half damage either if it's happens. Okay, one.
Alright, it did pass. So, on a 23, it takes half damage, which is 13. It takes 13 damage, and as you guys wake up from your dream, you find like a smell. Okay, well, he didn't roll a 1, so no wild magic goes off in the middle of his room.
Magic blows me, kills me.
Rook, you wake up in the boat. Draco, you wake up in your room, but each of you wake up to the sensation of a stinging on the back of your neck.
Okay.
As you begin to frantically look around, both of you eventually find a large, rather frightening-looking spider with about eight eyes and immediately a bit of blood coming from its fangs. You think it bit you in the night.
Squish it.
Yeah, grab it and throw it on the floor. Put me foot on it.
Alright. Both of you attempt to switch each of the spiders individually. But when you do, it's just when you squish it, just this black liquid. And as you look at it, as it moves around on your hand, it forms into small little spiders and crawls away.
Oh my. Ugh.
Rook, you get these horrifying memories of things that were inside of you.
Yeah. The spider eggs.
I remember those. Those were against the phase spiders.
Yeah. Not liking the spiders right now.
There you go.
But even as they're trying to run away, I'm still trying to, like, squish.
The good old days when Rook and Gideon were a team.
Don't make Rook feel sad.
I'm not trying to make you feel sad. I'm trying to make you feel guilty.
Don't make Rook feel bad.
Alright.
Oh, and hey, Draco, on your firebolt, you should be doing 2d10 damage. You're past 5th level now, right?
He has a point. He has a point there.
Yeah, but is anyone on the attack?
You automatically get it. It's a cantrip, so yeah, you automatically get it. You don't have to cast it at a higher level or anything.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I'm saying is I still failed the roll anyway.
Okay, just saying though. But if you would have hit, and can I learn another cantrip? I'm limited on the cantrips I can even know, right?
Wizards are not held to that issue. You actually can learn more cantrips, more spells.
You just have to swap them out.
It
Yeah.
tells you on your sheet, or whatever.
Mm.
I make.
I'll learn that firebolt spell from you. Yeah.
There you go. It's like you'll have it, but yet you're limited in what you can have available to you in the form of cantrips.
Really?
Think about it as if they are prepared. They're in your book, but you only prepare X number of cantrips.
Okay. Fine.
But the spells, you can literally learn all of them, which is the best thing about the wizard. You literally have every spell if you want it. Take you forever though.
Yeah,
And admittedly,
you
in
know,
some games, DMs just sometimes don't even allow that. It's annoying.
Well, that's the thing. Like right now, I can know 4 cantrips.
that's how many you are on 6th level as well.
What?
On 6th level, it's 24. Right up to 9th. Before you get 5th cantrip, it's 10th level.
Yeah, I know. Right now, I can know 4 cantrips. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is for you, think about it as prepared cantrips. You can learn all of them, but you only can have set the 4. Get it?
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
So
That's
you can
cool. So I
you
go
can,
put
you can have them all in your book. You're just
Well, how does
deciding which one to
how does he
use.
learn a spell that's in my mind?
That is a bit of a question, though, isn't it?
He'd
You
have
just
to
teach it to him.
I'd have to copy it.
Well, for cantrips, it really wouldn't be as much of an issue because cantrips are actually so very easy to learn that it wouldn't take too much effort for the both of you to get him to learn it.
Yeah.
But it would be one day action for both of you for him to learn that cantrip.
Okay. Well, I won't put it on my list quite yet then.
Alright. So, these spiders begin to crawl away, and both of you can catch sight of these spiders eventually coming together somewhere in the town and slink down the local well.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, we followed the trail. If we follow those
You
trail
can
spiders,
see them because the town, for the most part, is just built on one side along the beach. You know, don't think of it as one circular city. Think about it; it stretches along the beach. So the
Oh.
well that's the one well in town is within view if you're out in the middle of the ocean.
Hey, just remember what happened to Harry Potter when he followed the spiders.
Spiders talk to him.
Tried to
Tried
eat.
to eat
Wants
him.
to eat him.
After a conversation,
Jack, part of me hit points, I never knocked them up from level 4.
You guys didn't. Well, go ahead and roll your. You do hit points, Draco,
Oh.
and you guys did in fact take damage in the form of psychological damage.
Eek.
Is it a new day though?
Well, technically,
No, come on, let them
technically
have.
for them, they will either get a short rest, or they can, skip their morning actions and have a long rest.
I don't care about them. I just care about my bow.
Whatever.
Damn
What,
you and your bow. Your bow's fine, isn't it?
Do I get?
yeah, you meant
I
it.
just need to recharge. I have 1 charge. I can throw less than a 2.
You cannot roll. You can't roll less than a 1 when it comes with a +1.
So I have at full charges again.
Yes.
Bow's
Jeez.
important. Okay.
Want. Need.
Try how you want, but if my bow was working, you would be alive.
I'm dead.
Oh my.
I'm dead.
The average. I think
I said you would be.
I won't take the average shots. I'll roll.
Yeah, it's really up to you what you want to take.
Now, the average is 4. I'll get a +3 on the Constitution, so would that be 7, or do I have to roll in it?
Well, I guess it would be 4 + 3. What's the die you're rolling, isn't it?
It's a D6.
D6?
So the actual taking 7 is probably.
Yeah, so you could take 7, or you could, 7 per level, or you can roll.
Take 14 or possibility of a couple more. Now I'll take the 14.
Alright, so you have a
So-
solid 14 health.
So
Yeah, you never know when you're gonna roll that one.
I always roll, because my rolls are horrible, but I still just prefer to roll.
With higher level character, but
When I built the character, I went ahead and I took the average. I did take the average, but whenever I start running them and start getting levels, I'll actually do the rolls.
I'll never do the roll. Guess why?
there's far too many times I roll crappy.
Yeah.
On health.
But see, now that's the thing. Every once in a while, you're gonna get a bad roll. I mean,
No, like I've made a lot of characters, a lot of NPCs. My rolls for health always suck. Like, it was almost 80% of it was under half of my rolls. Like whatever the halfway point of the dice was, whatever hit dice I was rolling, almost 80% of the time was under the midway.
Why do you always use Zavalon for the bad guys, by the way?
Because he's the only one in the top right corner.
Okay.
Here, I'll move him there. Now he's
No.
not. Now he's no longer in the top right corner.
Yeah, but see, it's like you never liked my characters. You always keep killing them off.
Let's be honest. The last death was definitely not my fault.
Rock. Damn, best off.
I did everything I could.
No, you didn't.
Oh, by the way, Ruck, the DM and myself did discuss it. We did decide that Nori's getting her own damn initiative. That way you don't forget to run her.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Seems
still have
like
to
a
decide
quite
what
good
exactly
idea.
your token will be, but when we do, she will have her own initiative.
Okay.
Alright. So, well, I guess what we're gonna do is, because we have been going for another hour, let's take another short 5-minute break, and then we'll come right back. And
People-
maybe these guys will go down the well and see what's down there. Maybe it's, Neverland. Or
Yeah.
worse. It's probably
I want
hell.
to
It's
go
probably
to
hell.
Old
It's
Jenkins'
more likely
house.
to be hell, guys.
It's more likely going to be hell.
Yeah, I would have to go to old Jenkins' house.
You're
I
gonna,
like
you're gonna,
crazy people.
you're gonna go to Old Man Jenkins' house. Okay.
I like crazy people.
If you're here watching, thanks. We'll be back in 5 minutes.